Hello, friends. So, many of the students have asked this way forward for 2025 prelims. So, this video will be not for the 2024. Rather, it is going to be for the students who are going to attend for the first time. So, first time you will be nervous as to what to do, what not to do. So, basically, what I thought was I will give you a roadmap, and in this roadmap, I'll talk about 5 mistakes to avoid. See, first thing that you should know is that what kind of a mistake that someone will do in civil services, what I should, be away from. Then I will talk about 5 steps to be taken. So it is going to be an explanation where, I will give about and many other things about the syllabus and other things we will maybe talk about in a series of videos. But this will be about 5 things you please have it in your mind while preparing for this examination that you should actually avoid. 5 things that you have to take. So my name is Sivarajarajendran, and then we'll go to the things that I am going to discuss. So the first mistake that I want you to avoid is that here they actually skip history, especially ancient India, ancient and medieval. So here the point it will come is that you would think of these syllabus in history as kind of a difficult thing, and you will start to leave them. So, or most of them, what they do is that they actually go for the notes for history. They go to these classes and attend this class where they have this notes, and they think that these subjects which are there, ancient and medieval, whatever thing that we read, it is going to be difficult in the question paper. This is a mistake that fourth, fifth, sixth attempt students are doing. First attempt students understand this fact that there is a syllabus in UPSC. It is for you to study. It is not like, they have given a syllabus where there is an important concept, unimportant concept, nothing like that. There is a syllabus. So the first mistake that I want you to check is that don't leave off history. Don't concentrate on the fact that polity is nice. So there are 5, 4 subjects which are 6 subjects which are important that you might have known by now. Anyone going to prepare, you should know that history, geography, economics, polity, environment, and the things which are there relevant to the dynamic portion are important. In that, history is very, very important. In that, don't make the mistake of thinking that only the notes will help you. The basic books, I would suggest, NCERT is actually good. And the Tamil Nadu syllabus board, Tamil Nadu syllabus, the 11th and 12th, these books give you a better understanding as to how do you approach history than any other book, and deeply as to what to study, and maybe we'll see in some other description video of the syllabus. This is the first mistake that you should avoid. The next mistake that students here do is that rely too much on current affairs material. Take it from me from the first day. Take it from me from the first day as a brother or as a person who knows this exam from the start. This is not something that you have to deal with when you are starting your preparation. Your job is not to know each and everything which is happening right now and the roots of it. No, that's why students get so much of worried, and they go for this they rely too much on this YouTube analysis. YouTube analysis video, I would suggest no. Okay, too much of thinking about current affairs. Think about this exam as as given in the syllabus. Missing history, ancient India, medieval India, missing the portion is more detrimental than you missing any of the current events which is happening. And this YouTube analysis does not give you this idea. Think about this examination as you discovering for yourself the answers. This is not going to help you in any, see, you may know the, whatever is being discussed, you may know that, but unless and until you read the newspaper, you make an assessment of the things which are happening, you might not come to a conclusion of what the issue is. You may know a superficial understanding through any analysis which is there, but it's a mistake. It's a mistake. How do you use that? It's a different thing, because there are Rajya Sabha discussions are there. There are Rajya Sabha discussion. There are scientists and people who are related to. Let us assume that there is an issue related to Chabahar port. Chabahar port issue, people related to, or the ambassadors of, people related to that Indian Foreign Service, they would come and talk in Rajya Sabha discussions. You should watch that discussion, deep focus discussion. Not, this is a mistake. Understand this. This is a mistake that students, and they rely too much on current affairs. Current affairs is not that important. You should think about that. Next, relying too much on, rely too much on notes. I understand that you have completed this 12th standard and you have, college, and you have been trained in a way that you are having this notion of notes as a primary thing. See, notes are, an index. So my friend used to say this when we were preparing. The notes are an index. Index means what is there in the textbook. For that, there is a column where you are being given this point. So if you are going to the classes, you take down the notes as an index, especially for history and all. Notes, instead of notes, there is a very relevant books which are there, which can give you immense knowledge than the notes which can give you. The notes are just an index you have to have, and you have to come out of this notion that this examination can be, even if it is getting cleared. See, by the end of the preparation that you come out, you should be a better person. You should be an IAS. I do agree to that, but you think about it. Being a better person and an IAS is far more important than a person who is only an IAS. Just by looking at this analysis, just by looking at the notes, mugging up the notes, you're not going to become the person that you need to be as an officer. So what I would suggest is, it's a mistake to rely too much on this. And fourth important mistake that students make is that previous year question. See, everybody is saying previous year question, and you are saying that it's a mistake. Mistake in the sense is that first you have to finish off the portion. See, first, if I am going to run a race, I have to finish the portion, and the race will be here. The date of a race is somewhere else. Or you think about any preparation for any sports, they would not want you to first go and directly, if you are preparing for boxing, they will not, let you go inside the boxing match and, get hit and all. First, you have to know how the things work. For that, prepare it like this. Prepare the point, and the point when it is going to come, the steps to be taken. I will talk about when and where you have to finish the portion and think about, previous year question. So immediately when you see the previous year question, it's like, without any foundation, if you look at the question is not going to make any sense. First, you put the foundation, the layer has to be there. Above the layer, you make a footprint of the, see, this is how you should think about it. These are layers which are to be formed. So this is history, this is geography, this is economics, this is polity. If you form these layers, above this layer you form a layer, PYQ. Above this you have a layer of PYQ, so that it gets imprinted in your mind in the logic it is necessitated to be. Otherwise, you are going to see all these are shortcuts. This relying on current affairs, relying on too much of notes, relying or mugging up previous year question is not going to help you in the hall. Even if it is going to be a question related to previous year question coming in UPSC, you will not be able to handle that question in the 2 hour. How you can do that is that first you have to make the base. This is the first part. Then comes this part of previous year. So when and where we'll talk about. So this is the fourth mistake. The fifth mistake that I see, there are so many other mistakes, but I'm going to talk about 5 mistakes and the steps that is necessary. The fifth mistake is that NCERT and basic books. Again, like previous year question, what is this NCERT and basic books is that this is the thing that you are going to read. So here in history also I suggested that. But what is the meaning that I want to tell you is that have it in your mind. There is no big difference between NCERT and basic books. So students ask me this question of should I read the NCERT and then read Lakshmikant? See, Lakshmikant and NCERT can be read simultaneously. Students ask, in a sense, should I read NCERT and geography? See, for geography, the portion itself or the books itself comes to 6 to 12. NCERT only you are going to read. You will have one more book, which is GC Gliong. The point that I want to make is that have this taken out of your mind, because it's not like, you take some years for reading only NCERT, then you see, NCERTs are a means for understanding the basic books. I'll repeat again. NCERTs are the means to understanding basic books. That is, they are like, a dictionary. They are like a dictionary. You are having, this is like a dictionary. So this is like a dictionary for the basic books. Dictionary means you won't, use the dictionary anytime, or you will not read the entire dictionary and read the book. First you will read the book. If you don't understand anything, you will go to the dictionary. It's like NCERTs are like this dictionary which you should use for the means of reading the basic books. Don't come to this conclusion that, this is separate, this is separate. There is no point in separating all this. You have crossed college, undergraduation. You can read the books which are given, but when you don't understand, don't go to these notes or this current affairs. Go to the basic books, go to the class and try to make out the meaning of that through the lecture which is being given. If you don't understand, please ask them. That's the basic of going to a coaching institute. So now come to this point of so what steps I have to take? What steps I have to take is fix a timeline. Okay, fix a timeline so that it suits your preparation. The timeline I would suggest is that for all this fundamental, look at this fundamental basic, basic idea of the entirety of portion would come to this point. The entirety of portion would come to this point where you have to make these layers with the help of previous year question, as I said, and these layers you can take time till January. Okay, January 2025. Now we are in 2024. Usually I suggest this only. You can take your time for finishing the syllabus and you can go till January. From January, you can go for previous year question. From January, you can go for some test batch, Then you can start writing test batches, because now you have made your understanding, you have prepared everything which is necessary. See, the basic understanding has to be there in your mind to derive answers from a question. Not like in schools and colleges. Schools and colleges, yes, we have this habit of having to write a test tomorrow. So they'll teach it today, tomorrow we'll write a test. But here it's more of understanding, especially prelims. Okay, especially prelims. The questions that you are going to face in the hall are more understanding based, and hence what you do is that you finish the portion, then you enter the race. Then you enter the race, then you can think about the previous year question. Now come to the point. So this is the one point which I wanted to say. So fix a timeline. In this timeline, fix a timeline for finishing the portion. So don't attend too many current affairs classes. You don't waste time in YouTube paper. You read the paper, because the second step that I wanted to say was newspaper and Yojana. This is the second thing which I want you to do. Please consider this as a sincere, what to say, even you can keep it as a request. If you are going to come to this examination, think about this examination through reading newspaper. The significance of it, importance of it, you may not understand in the beginning. You think about it, you don't immediately start swimming as and when you jump into a swimming pool. You have to learn the basics. You will have to learn, go through, fall sometimes, drown sometimes. Only then you will come to an understanding. Newspaper reading is something like that. But once you swim, you think about it. Once you swim, wherever I throw you, you will be able to swim in a way that you can survive. Newspaper is like that. But once you start having all these what to say, safety equipments like notes and this YouTube videos and analysis of all that, you will start wanting anything and everything from an analysis. You may never even go and grasp an article. You may never understand what is an article. So this is something which I am actually focusing, and I am stressing on the fact that fixing the timeline is okay, but this is the most significant part of the preparation that you will do. And the third that I want to talk about, because this may come as a problem, and everyone can keep on talking about this, mains answer writing. Okay, mains answer writing. This may cause a little bit of what to say, problem while preparation, because many of you may have this fear of whether we will be able to write an mains answer or not. Again, you please think about this. Without the basics foundation, you may not even understand the question of a prelims question. It goes the same way to the mains also. First, there needs to be an analysis, sorry, not analysis, there needs to be you completing the portion is more important than all these things. Once you do that, then we can talk about this mains answer writing. But should I not even consider the fact that mains answer writing has to be done? See, you can consider, but initially there will be shortage of points, shortage of things. Immediately don't think about some mains class, mains test batch. See, you, without even understanding the syllabus and reading them, how are you going to go for a mains understanding and a mains answer writing class? Merely mugging up the facts and writing as an answer is not going to help in mains. Civil services is not such an exam, so you can take that away from today itself. But what you should do is that you fix a timeline, finish the syllabus. First you do that. Then the point is that then you come to this newspaper reading. First you build yourself up. Without building yourself up, don't think about this. But what I would suggest is that there is a topper called a Shruti Sharma. There is I think last the year before. So last year, now the result is again going to come. So the year before was, I think, Ishita Kishore, and the year before was Shruti Sharma. Her paper is in the internet. Her paper is in the internet. You can check this topper's paper for as to how do you write, not the answers. You can initially come and you start preparing. If you want to look at the answer, only this paper is enough for you to make an understanding of this examination. Her paper is one of the best paper that you will see for this examination ever. So if you want to know what is mains answer writing, you look at her paper. Okay. So next is the fourth is choice of an optional. This choice of an optional is actually one of the most significant choice or significant decision that you will make in civil services. See, there are so many. And the point is that I do not know the rumors. I don't go by rumors. Some insider coming and telling you what to do or what not to do. If they are going to take away optional, they themselves will announce it in their website. I do not have this idea of whether optional is there or not. I am not an astrologer to tell you whether they will take or they will not take, what the suggestion is there. The recommendation for optional, it's not like there is an insider information, so they may take an optional or not. The recommendation is in 2007 second ARC. You can check it yourself. It is there in the website. Second Administrative Reforms Commission. It was headed by the former UPA, UPA minister, Mr. Veerappa Moily. He gave this ARC report. In the report, it is given as, how do you consider this optional, whether optional should be there, optional should not be there, what are the subjects. See, now people are talking about insider information. So there is no insider information. There is a report. There are so many reports in this Administrative Reforms Commission. So many recommendations have been given as to the examination of UPSC. So they have this. Okay, they already have, and 2007 itself they have. So whether they will remove it or not, ARC recommendation, you yourself go and check, and you yourself consult it with UPSC. But if it is optional is there, means what you have to do is that you have to make time for optional. As I said, you finish the GS portion, or by the time you come to January, you have to finish the GS portion, and by the time you come to this optional, what I would suggest is June to November. It will take some time, June to November, June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months, I think 6 or 5 months, 5 to 6 months. Okay, 5 to 6 months. The optional subjects are a bit difficult, and it's kind of, it's more on the side of to the level of PG, postgraduate. What I would suggest is pick an optional which you are having an idea about. Maybe I will make a separate video on that. Okay, how to choose an optional, but don't choose an optional just for the sake of choosing an optional. No, don't choose it that way. If you are a person from the science background, okay, if you are a person from the science background, I teach anthropology, so I am going to be a little selfish in talking about who should take anthropology. Is that it's a science related subject. So anyone with an interest in science, okay, anyone with an interest in science and biology, and a little bit of understanding that you have as to or liking towards this evolution, okay, liking towards this evolution, and you can also think about gene and things like that, then you can take what is called as anthropology. Anyone with a science background, okay, anyone with a science background, you can think about it. Anyone with an undergraduation of a history, you can go for history. Think about your idea and liking, and then think about the optional. Don't go by the sense of what is going on, by whatever logic that you may have. But now again, maybe I'll make a separate video. See, let us have some clarity as to what is going to be the next schedule of this examination. Optional is there. If it is there, so now it is there, this time it is there, so people are going to write. Let's see what is going to be the next schedule of this examination. But this rumors, and I don't understand this culture of rumors in UPSC. Next, what I suggest is that last, slow and steady. So this is what I would want you to understand. For anything, slow and steady, with an perseverance and conviction, with a lot of hard work, is where we reach our destination. Here in UPSC, there is so much of noise, as I was talking about this. See, this noise, whether it is there or not, unless and until it is there, it's a noise, it's a distraction. Take out all the distraction which I have spoke about. All these are distractions. YouTube analysis of newspaper, instead of reading newspaper, it's a distraction. And having notes instead of the books, all these are distraction. Think about this examination. For you to clearing, make an assessment, make sincere assessment, and have a conviction that you will clear this exam, so that you will clear. So thank you all, and I wish you all from the bottom of my heart. So you're going to start this examination. I wish you well and all the best.